How's it going, everybody? Welcome to 5.1 Genshin Spiral Abyss. Okay, so Spiral Abyss reset I think like a day or two ago, and there's this new feature that they added where, like, if you previously were able to 36 star, you get to skip like floors 9 and 10 automatically. So that's pretty cool. But for the purposes of today's video, we're gonna start at 10 because I feel like most people by like AR 48-ish should be able to clear 9 and 10 pretty confidently. So we're just gonna start with 10. Damage dealt by characters is increased by 50% when in Night Soul's Blessing. Yay! For the teams today, you know, obviously we have Xilonen, who pretty much just kind of like broke the game. So we're definitely going to be using her best in slot team, which is going to be this right here. This is without a doubt the best Xilonen team in the game, at least right now. For Arlecchino, we're just going to do Arlecchino Overload for now because, you know, Arlecchino Overload is just too goated. And we begin with character elemental skill damage. For reference on my characters, no character is C1 or C1 and C2 except for Arlecchino. So Arlecchino is C2. I'm definitely messing up my rotation here. Not like it really matters. Nivelette can kind of just sit here and beam everything. Some characters do have their signature weapons. Nivelette, Arlecchino, Yaimiko, she has her signature as well. But in terms of constellations, Arlecchino is the only one that is C1 and C2. So if you have similar characters, you can expect like a pretty similar Abyss clear time. The biggest thing that changes with Arlecchino is that she gets interruption resistance, and on top of that, you can like pretty much proc her Bond of Life instantly. So, you know, it probably saves like 10 seconds or so overall. Yeah, I'm really excited to run Xilonen on this new Abyss. Obviously, she's insanely broken. Xilonen is definitely like absolutely insanely broken. I definitely need to do a video on you know, everything she has to offer, just because she just works on so many different teams and she adds such a big damage multiplier to your whole entire team as a whole. Yeah, these first couple floors aren't too hard whatsoever, at least for someone who has a pretty built account. Like I said, if you're struggling a little bit and whatnot, definitely look into some resource guides like Jello Impact, Ziox. Like, those are definitely like the two biggest creators that I would say have like some of the best guides, or at least some of the most in-depth guides in the game. All right, that's gonna be Chamber 10, Floor 10, Chamber 3 first half done. It's just Arlecchino this. This is gonna go by really quickly. A couple normal attacks and we're done. And that is Floor 10 done with. Again, you know, I do have signature weapons for Arlecchino, Yaimiko, and Nivelette, but she's the only one that has a constellation. Okay, now for floor 11, all party members gain a 75% geo damage bonus. That would be awesome if we had a full geo team. Unfortunately, we don't. We have Xilonen and Navia, which actually I didn't even think about Navia. Navia would probably do really good here. And then Zhongli. Those are like my top 3 Geo characters. In terms of opponents, let's see what we have here. Okay, so for Chamber 1, we have some of the animals and the Natlin, or Natlin Avatar of Lava. Chamber 2, we have some of the people from Sumeru and Inazuma and Fontaine, and then Chamber 3 we have the Maidens. So I think for the second phase we're gonna use Arlecchino just so we can get some like huge burn vapes on this one, or not burn vapes, but vape. The fluid Avatar of Lava is pyro resistant, but it's not like immune to pyro, if I'm not mistaken. And even then, like, the overload damage that we have should be more than enough to suffice for that. For this first team, again, we're just gonna do the Xilonen basic team. I honestly feel like in the future, if when the Pyro Archon does come out, I feel like the substitution on this team will be Kazuha. That definitely depends though if like the Pyro Archon is actually going to synergize well with Nivelette, which if Pyro Archon, like hypothetically speaking, is like off-field Pyro and at a consistent rate, then she's 100% gonna synergize with Nivelette, and will actually give Nivelette the ability to like hopefully vape almost all his hits, which would be kind of crazy. You know, I totally forgot these things are also hydro resistant, but it's okay. There's only 4 enemies, so it's not too bad. I remember doing these defense missions when I didn't have high leveled up characters and I didn't have like good artifacts and whatnot, and oh my goodness, these defense missions, I used to restart them so many times because, I mean, obviously my account is pretty built and stacked at the moment, but like a lot of people seem to forget like how hard it is to actually chunk through these enemies when you don't have built up characters, especially the ones where it's like the slimes and they're like constantly hitting the defense tower. Oh my goodness, man. It would take me so many retries to get it. Like I said, the fluid avatar is pyro resistant, but it's all right. We have Chevrolet C6 with overload to help with that. All right, standard rotation here. Gonna Xilonen, E normal attack, Q, Kazuha, double E. I don't think you have to do double E, but I have sacrificial on him, so I do it anyways. And now we're just gonna melt the enemies. 82,000 on the burst. Oh my. All right, Karina E again into her Q. Xilonen, double E attack, into Q again, and Kazuha swirl. Doesn't even matter that the second one gained health because he's gonna die quickly anyways. All right, on to chamber 2. Second half, we have the Fontanian dogs. I just lost my dog. Oh my goodness, she just hit 180k. I think that might have been her C2 activating. Oh my god. 100k normals is insane. Arlecchino is such a busted character. And again, if you don't have C2, but you do have her signature.
I didn't even know that I didn't even know that I missed the E skill. Wow.
Or let's say you have a con or 0 cons with no signature, Arlecchino's still gonna perform absolutely amazing. She might not do 150k damage on a normal attack, but she'll do pretty much that much. Probably around the amount of like 30 to like 70k, I think is like a good estimate for like a C0 non-signature Arlecchino, just because of like how strong she is. I'll let my Xilonen heal here, because she is kind of dying a little quickly, but that's to be expected with Farina constantly stealing health pools from people. Oh, hey, chill, man. Oh my god. Yeah, that is the one thing that's good that we actually got that to highlight there. Not having Nuvolet C1 definitely does make him very fragile to like interruption. So, you know, you just kind of have to watch out about that. So many things just happen on the screen that I couldn't even process what I was saying. But what I'm trying to say is that if you don't have a Nuvolet C1, then you might not want to run Kazuha as the 4th slot. You might want to run like Zhongli or someone that can provide interruption resistance like Dea, just so that way you don't get knocked out of your Nuvolet beams. This is going to go extremely fast. We're going to go ahead and E 3 times because we do have Chevrolet E6. And go downtown. 288,000 E skill proc right there. That was from her C2 doing like the AoE attack it does, but that is chamber 11 done, or floor 12. That is floor 11 done with. Not too bad, honestly. I am curious to see like what enemies do we have on floor 12. So we have some consecrated enemies. Those are always fun to deal with. I hate these ones. These ones right here. These are such an annoying enemy to deal with. Okay, a Ruin Guard or a Greater, and then some big hilly churls. This one, okay, wait. Okay, yeah, so we're just gonna want Geo on the third half. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like the best in slot Nivolet team. Whoa, what are you doing here? Get back over there. No, I want Farina. You go here, you get out. There we go. Best in slot Nivolet team. And then instead of doing overload Arlecchino, we're gonna do something like this right here. So that way we get that Geo proc. Honestly, if you didn't have C1 Arlie or C2 Arlie, you could probably run like a double DPS team here with Zhongli right here. I feel like low-key this could cook. And you know, for the purposes of this video, we're going to do that. I'm gonna show you guys my Navia real quick, just to show you guys that I don't have her at any cons. Not right now, Zhongli. No cons. 684. She's wielding Serpent Spine, and then she's at 55 over 217 without the Marcia Hunter procced. And just to show you that, you know, Arlie is at R1, C2. Xilonen is at C1. I definitely should have mentioned that. I wasn't planning on using Xilonen, but Xilonen is C1 with R1. But really all her C1 does is just give her 2 E skills. So for the purposes of this, I'm actually going to not use the second E skill until I get it back, essentially, or what I would get back. Kazuha C0, non-R1, Nivolet R1, C0. But yeah, let's get into it. And Zhongli does not have signature. He has, I think, white tassel, or not white tassel, whatever spear thing that gives him HP, and then he's also C0. Let's get this show going. This is going to be the huge DPS test. Oh, that's not good. Okay, there we go. Definitely messing up Nivolet's rotation, but that's fine. We're going to melt this thing anyways, just because of how strong the buffs that are being applied are... Hey, can you not do that? There we go. That's one Consecrated Beast down. Here's the next one. Should be able to get her... Yo, stop it. Stop it. There we go. There's her burst. And Farina, Q right in time. Kazuha burst. EQ, and we're just going to go downtown. We're going to play a little bit away from the Consecrated Scorpion just so... Yeah, just so that doesn't happen, and that we don't want to get knocked out of our Duvalet charge attacks. All right, cool. Now for the double DPS team that I'm not sure is going to work too well, but here we go. So 1E, do this, fire, this, and then by this time you would have had Arlecchino's Blood Debt Due or whatever it's called back by now. Let's go ahead and reapply it. Xilonen E, and then right around here, wait for this, do this again, get this energy, and this would have been probably past the time that you would get Arlecchino's Blood Debt Due active, but I'm gonna go ahead and proc this. Okay, and we're gonna proc it again. Same thing, 1E skill. Definitely messing up this rotation. I'm just trying to show that this is possible, even if you are running like a double DPS team. Let's go ahead and melt these people. E skill, Xilonen E. I don't have her built for ER just because I do have her C1, but so that's why it's taking me a little longer to get this her burst down. Oh, definitely mess up the Zhongli pillar. That's fine though. We're gonna absorb the blood debt and kill the thing. Yeah, that did take me a little longer than what I usually would, but I'm also like limiting myself just for the purposes of trying to keep it as non-constellation dependent as possible. On this team though, we can just go all out since we don't have any constellations on these characters. I definitely feel like the Abyss enemies have so much extra health now though. It's kind of crazy. Oh, it's two of them. I didn't even realize it was two of them. Okay, Kazuha burst, and let's go downtown with Nicolette. A lot of things happening on the screen, so if you can't really follow along, I don't blame you. Hopefully you can turn this volume down and just use it as ASMR or something. All right, let's go ahead and play this. Do Xilonen E. This. Pop this. We're gonna use the Zhongli shield plus the bonk. All right, now we're gonna do plunge Arlecchino. Doesn't sound fun? Just kidding. We're gonna attack it like normal. Okay, E skill. Xilonen E. I guess Navi here actually doesn't work too bad just because she can be used to take down this shield like insanely quickly. We do get our Xilonen burst finally after waiting for so long. And we can kind of just melt this thing really quickly now. I think we're gonna have to do one more rotation though. Okay, Xilonen E, Zhongli shield. I definitely should have put that shield a little farther away. That way it doesn't get destroyed like it did just now, but it's fine. All right, there we go. That is floor 2, or floor 12, chamber 2 done. Now we move on to the last one. All right, we got some robot chickens going on here. Again, definitely missing my rotation, but it's fine. This team's so strong, it really doesn't matter if you mess up a rotation or not. And that's it. I honestly thought it was gonna be more than just those two, but that was really simple. All right, time for the Arlecchino boss. Honestly, probably could have just waited to pop Xilonen Q just now until this thing was over and done with, but it's fine. All right, let's collect our blood debt, and let's go crazy. Let's Q. Definitely didn't have to do that just now. Oh, I did not mean to collect it. We're just gonna do the rotation like as if I didn't. Take away this shield. Probably get the Navia E skill to get rid of this. And then Q. And Zhongli Meteor. Bonk. And now we go crazy. Oh, I used my E skill a little too soon there, but that's fine. There we go. Now we can collect it, and we're just gonna go crazy. We don't even have the Geo Shield done with, but just Arlecchino does so much massive damage that we're just gonna brute force it anyways. E. This. And that's it. that is the Spiral Abyss for patch 5.1 done with. Let me know what you guys thought down below. Let me know if you're having any trouble doing the Spiral Abyss. I could definitely see people having trouble if they don't have Zhongli or any type of like strong Geo character. Xilonen might be good for the second floor, but honestly, because she doesn't apply a lot of that much Geo, because of the fact that like when you do the 2 normal attacks outside of a Geo team, it instantly ends her Night Soul state. So if you're using like a full Geo team with Xilonen, then it might actually be good to have her on that second floor. But besides that, you really want a character like a main DPS Navia, Yunjin, any type of like strong Geo. I guess even Geo Traveler could be good for that second floor. Just so you can get rid of those Geo shields, because they can be very pesky if you don't have anything to do with them. That's gonna be about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this Spiral Abyss showcase. Have a good one. Bye bye. Oh, quick side note, make sure to check out the last video I made. I spent a lot of time on it, and I think you would enjoy it. It's pretty much like a Sayu only challenge. Okay, bye now.